Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 modding video, and today we have a nice little treat. We're checking out a mod that's not actually released yet. Once again, Nova Finch is making an amazing new weapon mod, and I am lucky enough to be able to show it to you guys early. Now, it's very important to note that this is a very early version of the mod. It is not nearly complete. There are still a ton of features yet to come, and I even see more updates coming on Nova's Discord as we speak. But I definitely wanted to take the opportunity to show you guys what there is so far for this new mod, and that is going to be a brand new PKM, the Russian belt-fed LMG, and this thing is absolutely insane. I know people have been asking for a mod of this weapon for so long, and we're finally getting one. As it stands in this early build of the mod, it is definitely a fully functional weapon, but it is just missing a handful of attachments as well as things like leveled list integration, crafting menus, stuff like that. That being said, there is still already a ton of content in here, and definitely enough to show off for you guys right now. I'll go ahead and talk about what's missing a little bit more in the weapons workbench side of the video, but for now, let's go ahead and talk about what you're actually going to get with this weapon. Obviously, you're going to get the PKM itself, along with its brand new ammo type known as 7.62x54R, which is a mighty hefty round if you're not aware, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love the model with the weathered textures. This is a perfect gun for Fallout 4. Absolutely incredible. As it comes stock, this thing has a base damage of 45, again, using that 7.62x54 ammo type, has a fire rate of 225 and fully automatic, a range of 131, an accuracy of only 38, a weight of 15 pounds, and a value of 107 caps. So, really cool stuff here, and a super accurate model. I have to say, I absolutely am in love with this thing. It's important to note that all of these stats are subject to change. They may be rebalanced by the time the full mod comes out, but this gives us a good idea of the damage baseline for now. Now then, a huge part of the mod that I'm sure a lot of you are wondering about is, of course, the custom animations. And obviously, a weapon like this is going to need a full suite of custom animations, and it sure does have them. Go ahead and let you check those out and listen as well, because this has some excellent sound design. And of course, this has other custom animations as well, like a custom melee bash, and of course, grenade throwing. As it stands right now in the early version of this mod, the only way to get this weapon is to actually spawn it in via the console. It is not added to the chemistry station or anything like that. Same goes for the ammo type, but just use Fallout 4 Edit to look up the code or use the help command in-game, and it's pretty easy to get a hold of this thing. The reason I'm telling you this is because you can actually try this mod out for yourself right now. Again, it is super early access, but if you want to try the mod, it is actually available over on Nova's Discord in sort of an open beta. I'll go ahead and have his Discord linked down in the description below if you want to head over there. Additionally, I'll have his Patreon linked if you want to go and support Nova's work, because he's always busting out some absolutely incredible mods. So I'd highly recommend checking that out if you want to support a really talented mod author. Now then, let's go ahead and check out what the PKM has to offer over at the weapons workbench. Again, there's going to be so much more in this mod when it comes to the final release, but there is still a good bit of stuff here now, and I want to give you a sneak peek as to what might be coming in the future compared to what we already have. Now then, it's important to note that this version of the mod is not yet packaged in a BA2. Instead, this is loose files, which for the uninformed, that basically means things are going to load a bit slower in this menu. So just be aware of that and bear with me as we load over some of these skins. And like, for example, if we head over some of these weapons, it just takes a second to pop in. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. For starters, this is the base PKM, but there is a lot we can do with this weapon. As you can see, we have a nice tactical little shorty here with a canted foregrip and a bunch of laser sights on the front because, you know me, I like to goof around and put as many laser sights on as I can. Alternatively, we can go a bit more basic with just some Russian parts or even some American parts like an M60 foregrip. Or if you want to get really crazy, you can turn this thing into a sniper LMG or whatever you would call this abomination. Let's go ahead and check out every individual mod. Starting with receivers, we only actually have one option right now, and that is weathered. I know for a fact that this is going to be fleshed out with a bunch of different receiver options just like Nova's other mods. When it comes to barrels, we have a good handful of mods, starting with the vanilla 23.8-inch factory. We also have a compact, shortened, extended, and emplacement barrel, the emplacement being absolutely massive. For magazines, we only have one right now, which is the 100-round box mag, but if I know Nova, I'm going to guess that we're going to get a bunch of other magazine options, including probably some ridiculously huge box mags, but we'll just have to wait and see. When it comes to sights, we have a ton of optic options. As to be expected in one of Nova's mods, we have the standard iron sights and a handful of reflex sights like the Belomo, Aimpoint, Barscud, Trigicon, OKP7, Axion Cobra, Vortex, EOTech Hollow, EOTech 552 Hollow, the Elcan Spectre, the Sig Sauer Bravo 4, the NC Star P4 Assault Optic, the Leupold Mark IV 20x50, the Leupold Mark V 25x56, and the Schmittenbender PM2 25x56 for some crazy scope options, and then even a thermal option, which has been seen in other Nova Finch mods. For muzzles, again, we have a huge selection here with the removed muzzle brake, the Bullet Tech Compensator, the Hera Arms, APW Raptor, PWS-CQB, Zenit DTK 1 and 2, the Strike Industries Cookie Cutter, the Suppressor 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm guessing these are placeholder names, and I've even seen some more suppressors in the work in progress section of Nova's Discord, so I'm going to assume that that's going to change by the time the final release happens. For stocks, we do have a handful of stock options like removing the stock, a fixed wooden stock, the Kalashnikov skeletal stock, which I've never seen a PKM like this, but I gotta say, I actually kind of like this. The AR-15 buffer tube, the Magpul carbine stock, the SOP mod stock, and the Magpul marksman stock. And if I had to guess, there's probably going to be more stock options in the future. For handguards, we have the option for no handguard, the USMC M60 front grip, so we actually put an M60 grip onto the PKM, which looks super cool, the NATO Tactical, and then the PMC Tactical Pro. For reticles, this is just where you can choose a reticle style if you actually have a reflex sight equipped. For the grip, we have the option to throw on an old Bakelite pistol grip, but that's it for now. Again, I'm going to go ahead and guess that this is going to be fleshed out in the future. For bipods, we have three options. We have removed, collapsed, and extended. So this is actually going to remove the bipod, have it collapsed, or have it extended, so you can have it nice and out like that. We have the finish, which is actually going to give you different skins. Now, this is the part that takes the longest to load, so bear with me here. We have the standard weathered finish, the cleaned finish to get that bright PKM furniture we're all used to, the woodland spray, the boreal stripes, the forest camouflage, the desert sands, the snowstorm, jungle map, heat map, and debug, which gives you a nice yellow pattern. Looks pretty cool. And let's go ahead and round this thing up with a damage test. I know there are no receiver options at the moment, but I still want to test out the base damage just to see what this thing might perform like in the final release. And since there are no receiver options, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my customized PKMs, where I have replaced the front sight with a triage of laser sights. Yeah, it's goofy, but I like it. Let's go ahead and test this thing out with a 100-round mag, aiming for the Deathclaw's weak point. Let's see how it performs. And it performs very, very well, using only 16 shots to put down a Deathclaw. Keep in mind, this is a pretty hefty ammo type. If I had to guess when this thing is implemented into the game, it'll probably be a late game LMG, given that it does have a pretty high caliber round, and it's going to be really, really strong. High fire rate, high magazine capacity, and strong damage means we'll probably be seeing this thing sometime after level 25, if I had to guess. But yeah, that is the PKM, a really, really cool weapon mod. I am super excited to see where this mod goes. I've already seen some sneak peeks at future attachments that will be added to this mod, and it's going to be absolutely insane. Again, if you want to check out the mod, it will be linked down in the description below in its early release format. Just head over to Nova's Discord and check the work in progress section. Additionally, go and check out Nova's Patreon. If you want to support a creator, that's definitely a good place to start. Nova makes some awesome mods, and it's really nice to be able to support the work of people you enjoy. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a rating. Consider subscribing if you haven't already for more videos just like this. Big shout out to all of my patrons for supporting every single video. And a special thank you to Youth RC, Helljumper 2077, Jackie Noid, Indecisive Wolf, Feed, Captain Chaos, and Astro. You guys are absolutely amazing, super generous. Thank you so much for that Tier 3 Patreon membership. If you want to check out my Patreon, it'll be linked down in the description below as well. And with that, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace!